Really?
Bruh.
What you mean?
Oh man, like the trolls. The trolls, the trolls will get on your YouTube live and they will talk absolutely insane.
Lord
They
Jesus.
will talk absolutely insane. You doing all of this and you only got two people in here. You
See?
bald head. You,
And
you
you just gotta ignore them joints
you
so it don't mess up the video.
literally just gotta ignore
Mm.
it. 'Cause when I tell you they be on a YouTube live heavy. They be on a YouTube live heavy.
But that is quite close to what I posted today. And that is so today's challenge, I want you to pray for an extra portion of confidence. Bro, a lot of these challenges that was huge for me. Tangible, like go do something. Just something to because do something.
Where is it posted at? Oh, it's on YouTube.
That's how I'm going. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. I was looking for it on Instagram. I'm like, I don't see it on Instagram.
It's on YouTube, and then I'll chop it for a short and for a reel.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna do it, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and get paid to do it.
Facts.
Nah.
Not doing. I mean, said not doing it for free.
YouTube is. I'm studying this thing, man. They're like, yo, go all in on YouTube now.
That's exactly what they're saying.
Right now.
That's what everybody is saying, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. It said, do it right now. Don't wait. If you 40 and over, use your wisdom and talk about, the things that's been going on. If you got divorced, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Tell your story. Talk about life.
Story, bro.
Talk about the stuff that you got going on.
Yeah. And they said the older folks are winning out here.
Mm-hmm. I believe it. I 100% believe it, bro. Like, what's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all coming in over on YouTube, man. Make sure y'all tap that subscribe button. Appreciate y'all. We're about to get started here in a second. I think we're talking about business. I think we're talking about life. I think we're talking about balance in business and life. I think we're going to give y'all some great examples of ways that you can grow yourself, grow your business, grow whatever it is that you're trying to do. Thank you so much. Who is that? Thank you, Rupesh, maybe. I think that's how you say that, Rupesh. Thank y'all so much. Hey, we got up to 15 on the YouTube, man. Thank y'all for coming in. We appreciate y'all. We're about to get started in a second. If you're an entrepreneur, if you are a creative, if you are an artist, we want you to stick around. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship. We're going to talk about life as an artist, balancing, being a dad, being a husband, being an entrepreneur, balancing a 9 to 5, all of those different things. My name is Backpack Jeff. There is the logo right there. My name is Backpack Jeff. We will get into, we're definitely going to get into a whole lot more. Thank y'all. Washington Commanders versus Eagles tonight. Who wins? Who wins tonight? The Commanders. I'm definitely going with the Commanders. Commanders are definitely going to win tonight. Even the Eagles are on an uptick, but I think the Commanders have been consistent, and I think the loss last week for the Commanders was actually really good. I think it was, hey, what's going on from India? Thank y'all so much. If y'all here, tap that subscribe button. Do me a favor. It don't cost you anything to hit subscribe, but it absolutely is priceless to me. What's up, Nitin? Thank you for coming in. But yeah, I definitely think the Commanders win tonight. I think the loss last week was good for them. They needed to come down.
Put your backpack right there so they can see it.
They needed to come down off of their win streak.
That'll help block all these cords. Matter of fact, boom. Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Bam. There we go. There we go. There we go. What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. All different walks of the country. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Tyson versus Jake Paul tomorrow. I'm going Tyson. I think Tyson is going to sit him down. I'm going Tyson. I can't. If you hit the subscribe button, I will. If I'm a look right here. You got to hit that subscribe button. We got 15 people in here. I need everybody to hit that subscribe button because I know all y'all not subscribed to the channel. Once the subscribers go up, I'm checking. I'm refreshing to see if the subscribers go up. I need you to hit that subscribe button, and I got you, Tyson. Yeah, I'm definitely going with Tyson. Somebody need to sit Jake Paul down. I ain't gonna lie to you. Somebody like he. I think he's enjoying life too much. I think he's enjoying life too much.
I'm ready, bro.
Let's do it. I don't know if we got a name for this. I think we just.
You know what? Let's just make it a combination of the Poetry Business Podcast and
the Winner Circle.
There you go. It's going to be a combination. And
yes.
We're going a collab, I should say.
Yes, yeah. Collaboration of the Poetry Business Network and the Winner Circle, because I think we both have built communities where we're essentially in the same line of work, coaching, but not coaching the same type of people.
Correct.
So what is talk to us about the Poetry Business Network? Like, give us some insight. What is the Poetry Business Network? Why join the Poetry Business Network?
Very good question, man. It's like you said, the word community.
Yeah.
Right? Network is just another form of the word community. And I think it's very important because we can't do this alone.
Mm-hmm.
We just can't. We can't do this alone. We can try. We will try. The creative, the artist, we always try to do it alone first.
Yeah.
You know, and we get frustrated. We burn ourselves out.
Yep.
You know, we stop because we don't have a springboard, no one to say, you know what, you need to keep on going, you know, and it's very important when you're on this journey of creating momentum and constant progression, like you and I, we're office mates. If you all don't know, Backpack Jeff and I, we are office mates. I appreciate this guy, you know, for opening, you know, and welcoming me in his home. And we've made it, you know, a studio and an office to where we both can benefit.
Yeah.
Right?
Tremendously.
And so just through natural and regular conversations, I get so much, he gets so much, like resources, right? Like microphones, cameras, you need to get this, personal drones. So those are things that I would not have thought of had I not had the conversation. And most of us don't have these people in our inner circle.
Yeah.
And that's very frustrating.
Talk real quick. Talk a little bit more about that. Let's go into that. When we talk about certain things, when you said, hey, Backpack, you got to get this case so that you can carry your stuff in. And I say, Christoph, you got to get this drone. And then you say, yo, you got to get these new mics.
Right.
And then I say, yo, you got to get this new camera. Talk about, like, why is investing in yourself so important? Because we're people who like, not afraid to invest. Like, the moment we see something and we believe and we know that it can add value, we jump on that joint like immediately almost. Why is that important?
Not just jump on it, but if I don't have it financially, I'm not going to say I can't do it because I don't have it. I'm going to say, how can I do it?
How can I get it? What do I need to do in order to get this thing?
What can I offer? Like Myron Golden says,
yes,
everything is an offer away, right?
Yeah.
Like what coaching program could I create? What
curriculum can I write? What workbook
to lock in the deal to get this $700, you know, equipment that I need, because I see the value in it. But not only do I see the value in the actual equipment, but I see and know the value in myself.
Right.
And I'm always thinking of ways to incrementally enhance my presentation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Right? So even this, once this is done, we're going to post it, and then we're going to evaluate it and analyze it and like critique it to see how can we enhance it tomorrow.
Yes.
So and that's how you constantly progress. You see what you did yesterday to see how it can look better today.
100%.
And so when you're telling me you need to get this equipment, that's how it will make it look better. Cool. Or download this app.
Yep.
It's free. Or it's $1. Whatever it might be. You know what I mean? Super important.
Yeah, bro. When I tell you, man, the conversations that you and I have about things that we should do, that we should add to our different business ventures, man, is so invaluable because like the moment we see it, like it's just like, yo, all right, I know this is going to enhance what it is that I do. I know this is going to add value. I know this is going to allow me to get better. Like you said, we come in here, we have no idea what we're going to talk about. We sit down, we start talking about the things that's going on in our lives, the things that we're doing at the current moment in order to help us grow. And a lot of that, y'all, is literally investing in yourself. It's literally investing in yourself. Period. So the moment I saw the camera, I said to my wife, I was like, babe, I gotta get this camera. She's like, I know, babe. And my wife, she knows, like, if I say something to her multiple times in a row, she's like, he's gonna come home with it. Right. and I said it to her like a couple of times. Yeah. I'm like, babe, I need this camera. I need this camera. I need this camera. And so what we're trying to do is find stuff that can help us create a better experience for our viewers, for our listeners, so that we can capture content at a faster pace. I'm reading this book, Atomic Habits, and it said, I
got it right here.
Yeah, he said, business is a never-ending, business is a never-ending something just to do it. Hold on, I just wrote this joint down because I got to get this quote right. I got to get this.
No, I love that book, man,
bro. This is like my second time attempting to read it, and I'm not gonna lie, like I have been bad with finishing books recently, but I'm finishing this one, and I've been reading 2 chapters every single day.
That book reminds me of something. That book reminds me of how we treat words, and the word habit, it has a negative connotation,
and it never had so much value in my life than it does now, bro.
Yeah. It's always about, you know, that's a bad habit, you shouldn't do that. But what about the good habits that you should create, right? And in the book it says to habit stack, right? To stack your habits and create positive habits like waking up and jumping straight to the floor and doing your push-ups.
Yeah.
And not going straight to the cell phone.
Yeah.
And checking your notifications.
100. So the quote is, business is a never-ending quest to deliver the same result in an easier fashion. Same thing that we're doing when we buy these cameras. Same thing that we're doing when we get these drones. We're trying to deliver the same result in an easier fashion, as opposed to always feeling like we have to have a person with us to record. Because when you try to get somebody to come with you to record, it's going to cost you $500 to $1,000 just to get them to come show up and record the stuff. Another $500 to $1,000 to get them to edit the stuff. You're not really sure you're going to have it back. Here's what I'm not concerned with right now. I'm not concerned with the perfect product right now. I'm not concerned with quality. I want quality, but I want quantity. And in the book Atomic Habits, he told that story about the students in the photography class. Right. He said they gave half of the class was the quality group and half the class was the quantity group. Right. The quantity group, they were going, if they took 100 photos throughout the semester, they would get an A+. The quality group, they had to produce 1 perfect photo in order to get an A. What happened was the quantity group, who had to produce 100 photos, they went out, they practiced, they changed lighting, they changed all of these things, and they progressively got better because theirs was quantity, right? The quality group, they spent so much time chasing perfection that they never took a photo at all. Right.
Like, and that other group now has a portfolio.
And their photos were a lot better than the quality group, who only had to take, because they were so focused on taking 1 photo, they never went out and did what they had to do in order to get better. to try to get better, to attempt to get better. And he talked about that's the difference between motion and action. A lot of people have motion where they're thinking about, I'm going to write this book. They're thinking about, I'm going to write this curriculum. They're thinking about, I'm going to do this, but they don't have no action. He said, don't get caught up in just thinking. Just thinking about what you're going to do. You got to practice what you're going to do.
Yeah, it's similar to, it's exactly actually what I just started doing. And that is daily challenges on my YouTube channel. And so quite simply, I was just asking myself, because I'm studying YouTube, I'm studying best practices and the best ways to get consistent and commit to constant progression. And I saw someone who has been doing finance for 30 years in some form or fashion. But what he does now on his YouTube channel at 7:30 in the morning, he basically commentates like the current financials of the country. And so he'll always have content because things are going up and down, right? Everything's changing. But he just made that a good habit to wake up, take a shower, freshen up, and hop right in front of that camera, and he goes live. So basically, he created a TV show, a daily TV show. That means he has thousands of videos, right? Because now he's been doing it for years,
right?
Because he does it on a daily basis. So the question is, if you're going to do that for a 9 to 5 anyway, you're going to go to a job consistently. Why not do something consistently for yourself? So now when I hop in, and I'm always in the car, I'm taking my daughters, I homeschool, so I'm always in the car. So I told you about the equipment, the piece of equipment that
can hang,
the grip that hangs from the mirror.
Shout out to the TikTok shop.
TikTok shop, got that for $4. So not everything is $700.
Not everything is $700. You can certainly get some stuff very
inexpensive. So now
inexpensive.
I just put my phone up there and I said, what can I do for a daily post on YouTube? And now I do daily challenges. And the first challenge, I did the second one today. It started yesterday. The first challenge was, and I challenge you to do this, go get a sticky note and write, prepare for your ascension with an exclamation mark, and post it. You can post it in multiple places, but post it on your mirror in the bathroom, on a refrigerator. But you need to remind yourself that you're going somewhere, not just somewhere, but you're going up. That's the plan, but you need to prepare for it. Today's challenge was to pray for an extra portion of confidence. 3-4 years ago, I was not confident enough to even do this or to be the host of my own podcast.
Right.
My excuse was, I'm one to play the back. I produce. I'm the producer of this thing, and I put people on. But what I've learned is when you play the back, you stunt your growth.
Yes.
So you have to think of ways to challenge yourself. And so I encourage y'all, man, like challenge yourself. Like, don't run away from challenges. Like, the word challenge means it's hard to do. You don't run away from those things. You run towards those things. And that creates uncomfortability. Yeah. Which means that creates growth.
Yeah, nothing can grow inside of its comfort zone. Right, like it's. I mean, you think about it. Think about like repotting a plant. Why do we have to repot a plant? You got to repot a plant because the roots can't grow anymore in this small container.
Correct.
So you got to uproot it and you got to repot the plant.
Environment.
You got to change the environment. You got to add more so that it can grow more underneath. It can do more of the work so that it can grow taller on the top end. Right. A lot of times, man, what we don't want to do is we don't want to repot ourselves, man. We don't want to repot our plant. We want to just stay right where we are and we want to be comfortable. We've all heard the saying, you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Right.
That's one of the things that sometimes we are super afraid of, but we can't allow we can't allow those things to stop us, and because they impede our growth. They are natural growth stoppers.
Right.
Comfortability is a natural growth stopper.
So chase discomfort.
Yes.
Chase discomfort and get comfortable in discomfort.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And every time you move to a place of discomfort and then you get comfortable there, meaning you've mastered that place.
Mm-hmm.
Go chase more discomfort.
Yeah.
And go get comfortable there. And you'll see yourself grow exponentially.
That's where growth happens. Growth happens in uncertainty, uncomfortability, and sometimes confusion. Because when you're confused about something, that means you have to go and figure out how to do it. Oh, I don't know how to. Like, I'm confused. I don't know how to drive this car. Hit the brake. Oh, tell me when y'all drove a car, you didn't slam on that brake the first time you touched that brake, and you didn't know that you're supposed to ease on that. If you just tap that brake, it'll start braking.
Right.
Man, that first time I'm driving my mom's car, she said, "Hit the brake." You said, "Hit the brake." We went.
Right. Right.
She said, "You don't have to hit it that hard." I'm like, I didn't know.
It's funny you said that.
I was confused.
I just bought a new car, or I was at the dealership buying a new car, right? Well, it's used. That's new. Y'all know the point. Anyway, I test drove the car, and I had to tell the guy that was selling the car, or the car salesman, something's going on with these brakes. And he said, "Really? Okay, let me go test drive and see what's going on." He said, "Nothing seems wrong with the brakes on my end." And so he said, more than likely, because you've been driving your car for so long, you think the brakes on this car are wrong, or something's wrong with it because they're different. And I was like, yeah, but I still need you to check the brakes, But that made a lot of sense to me. You know what I mean? Because I'm so used to this that seems broken.
Right.
But when I got in it again, and pushed the pedal to the metal, and then I, like you said, eased on the brakes, I was like, oh, it's just different. Yeah. It's a different model. I'm driving a truck. This is a car.
Okay.
All right.
So it's way different.
Yeah, it's just way different. Yeah. You just gotta learn the terrain in those new environments. Doesn't mean it's broken.
Yeah, no, it absolutely doesn't, man. That's like you've got to learn. That's where the growth happens. It happens in that learning phase, man.
Yo, listen. All right, so I love where this is going. All right, so as it relates to poetry, and I think this really needs to be said, and I hint towards it, but in other industries and other genres of art, let's just say dance, yes, you may be talented in dance, but you still need to take a dance class.
For sure.
Yes, you might be
a great
naturally talented in basketball, piano, whatever the skill might be, right? You still need to get better at it. But for some reason in poetry, we don't think we need to take a class. We don't think we need to enhance. When I say take a class, I mean literally take a class, workshops, and yes, you're an amazing poet. Your stage presence is amazing. This, that, and the third. But what about the class for business? What about the class that teaches you how to sustain the art form and allows you to do it more and get compensated for your art?
Man, I'll say this. I think a lot of times the challenge is, I think we watched the David Shands interview with a poet recently, where he said that the problem with artists and creatives is that they fall in love with the art and they fall in love with the creativity, but they don't. The business scares them.
But we were taught that though. But look, like university. in college, if you're pursuing art, they're gonna make you hone in on art, on the craft, and you're gonna be a master of the craft. You're gonna be great. You're gonna be a master.
You're not gonna take any business classes.
But there are no business classes to this day.
It's not even a requirement. It's like if you want to be an actor, you don't have to take any business classes.
So go graduate, be out there in the world, and become a starving artist.
And then hire someone to handle your finances.
And then you have to, like if it's dance, you gotta join a dance group.
Right.
Or they don't teach you that you can then go teach dance, or you
teach the beginning steps of it. Like you don't, like that's the thing too. A lot of people think that I have to be a professional. Like I've got to be Kevin Hart in order to teach comedy. You don't have to be Kevin Hart in order to teach comedy. I'm not Damon John,
right?
And I still can teach entrepreneurship.
Right.
He might be like PhD level entrepreneurship.
Right.
I'm more like high school level entrepreneurship. Like if you want, and here's the thing: a lot of times people go to these other bigger coaching programs, and they wonder why they don't succeed in those bigger coaching programs. Is because you're trying to go to a master's entrepreneur course when you've never even passed high school entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
You got to learn. Come to the free program and learn high school entrepreneurship, and then once you graduate here, then you can go to college, undergraduate or associate, and then bachelor's, and then master's and PhD. People try to go into it, all of it automatically, pay $10,000, $20,000, wonder why they lose all of their money, and then go, nah, this stuff doesn't work. I hate coaches. I hate entrepreneurship. This stuff don't work. Everybody just wants to get paid to teach it as opposed to doing it. That's why I stopped and I stepped back from even talking about my entrepreneur class, because I don't want to just make money from teaching it. I still need to get another 1,000 speeches under my belt.
Yeah, I want people to think of it like, okay, let's just say you're in IT, right? You go to college for it. You're learning how to create the career for IT.
Right.
You're learning how to create the career for any other, degree, right? Why aren't we learning how to create the career for art? And that's why parents are against their kids pursuing art as a degree, is because they know their child is not learning the business behind it. And it's not that they don't want you to do it, but it's inevitable for you to struggle if you don't learn the business behind it.
Because there's a lot of misinformation out there.
Sure.
And the misinformation is louder than the right information.
Yeah.
People will take, there's no money in being an artist.
Mm-hmm.
There's no money in social work. People will literally look at you and tell you that there's no money. If you want to make money, don't be a social worker. What you realize, mental health has been on an uptick for like the past 5 years, and people are paying top dollar for mental health experts if you have an expertise. Same way with artists. With the birth of social media, artists now have an opportunity to make more money than they've ever done. Now, you can't make it the way that it used to be. You used to be able to sell some CDs and then you can make the physical money right there, bing, bang, boom. But there's so many other ways that you can make money now, not just by selling CDs. Your craft, your talent, all of those different things. And you have the world at your fingertips through social media.
Yeah. I just did an artist talk in Baltimore at the Motor House. Was it last night?
Last night. Yeah, I saw it. I was in Baltimore last night too. I saw your picture.
Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday?
2 nights ago. Time is flying. 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago.
You must have just posted a picture yesterday.
Yes. So
Okay.
2 nights ago, I did an artist talk where I was teaching artists how to create a career with their art, and that's pretty much what I do. And I was excited because one of the attendees was a gardener, and she came. I said, I appreciate you right there, because I start by asking everybody who they are and what they do and where they are on their journey, right, to inform what I'm talking about. And she said, I'm a gardener and I want to know how I can maximize my skill set. I said, oh, that's beautiful. So I said, what have you been able to do? She said, I just tell people what I do. And one of my clients is a mom who has a backyard. And I said, "Oh, I see where you're going. I see where you're going." And she said she hired me to create the environment or create the garden so she can grow her own food. Mm-hmm. So I said, that's your lane right there. You don't always have to go to the corporate route and go to the companies and organizations. That's an option. But you now have a lane, because if you're watching the way the world is going and how anything can happen with COVID shutting the world down, and that's something we never thought would happen, right? Everybody is paranoid and I need to grow my own food, but they're not going to do it because they're not going to go to study, but they will hire somebody
for sure.
And a lot of them have a backyard, and they would love, just like they would appreciate somebody fixing their roof or their windows, to come and create a garden in their backyard and be taught. So it's two services: create it for me, and teach me how to manage it myself.
Yep. How to manage it, how to maintain it. Yeah, 100%. I think she's in a lane that, I mean, I've never heard of it. But obviously, I'm not looking for it either. So that's probably why I haven't heard of it. But I definitely think that she's in a lane
for sure
of her own. And like you said, she doesn't have to go to corporate route. She can literally do this. And I would just say, as you're doing this, make sure that you get content. Make sure that you record yourself. I made a post the other day, and I said, I know why you're having trouble posting content on a regular basis, because you're not doing anything content worthy on a daily basis.
You're not doing the work.
You're not. If you're a poet and you want to post content every single day, guess what content you would be posting? Content of you writing, content of you performing, content of you going in and out.
And rehearsing.
And if you're not doing that on a regular basis, guess what? It's difficult to find content to post. That's the reason why. It's not because content is hard. It's not because you don't know what captions to use, what hashtags to use. It's simply because you're not doing anything worth recording. If you are actually working in your business, if you're actually sending out emails to people asking them to perform at their events, if you're actually making phone calls to people asking them to record, to perform at their event, if you're sending invoices, if you're mailing out books, if you're doing all of these different things, you would have content to post. The only reason you don't is because you ain't active.
Now, here's the thing. It's not that they're not. They think they're not.
What do you mean?
Right?
Go deeper.
The poet is writing.
Yeah.
The poet is rehearsing. They might not be doing all the emails and things, right? But they don't think that that's content.
Check the day in the life of videos. Check the week in the life of videos.
But that's the thing, and that's my point. Like I told you, if I'm saying I want to go all in on YouTube, I don't just go all in on YouTube if I don't know how to go all in on YouTube. I go to YouTube and study how to go all in on YouTube. I go watch others who are going all in on YouTube, and then I simply replicate in my own way. Like I just said, I saw the guy doing the money thing on a daily basis. How can I do my daily thing, right? So if there's a lane that you want to go in, go study the lane.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. People don't want to study. It's like when they graduate high school,
everybody want to open book test.
I'm done with education. If that is your mindset, you're done.
Yes, 100%. And that's the thing, man, is that life, in life we are forever growing. And if you're a parent, more than anything, you have to continue to grow because your kids are watching you. They're taking inventory. They're taking note on everything that you do. When I work with these women every single day, I'm like, do you think, how will your kids be different if you're not showing them anything different? In the book Atomic Habits, it said we imitate habits of the people that are the close, the many, and I think the powerful. The close is first. We are literally, our kids are literally going to imitate us every single day. That's why on the weekends now when I go out, guess who's coming with me? My daughter. If you got programs, if J-Flow got programs, guess who's going to them? I don't want to be in this. I don't care if you don't want to be in it. You just told me you don't know what you want to do with yourself. So you know what you're going to do? You're going to figure it out. Oprah said, Oprah said, if you don't know what you want to do, find out what it is that you don't want to do. At least you'll be that much closer.
Mm-hmm. Do a lot.
Do a lot. Try everything. If you don't know what you want to do, try everything.
And I think we've demonized the jack of all trades.
Because most people don't know the full quote.
Yes, correct. and I can't quote it right now, but
jack of all trades, master of none, but a master of many is better than a master of one.
Like, we demonize the jack of all trades, but at least the jack has all of those skills.
Yes.
And when he's or she's ready, he can go and master one, or he can master multiple. But if you're just the master of one, you're limited,
bro. So think about this, right? So I just got a DM, right? Somebody wants me to feature as a poet, and I really stopped. You know what I mean, like featuring as a poet and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I was talking to some homies yesterday, and I was like, man, they probably asked me way too late. You should have asked me this like 2 years ago, because 2 years ago I probably would have said 200, 250, something like that. But now it's $500, because here's the thing, I don't need that when I have everything that I'm doing. I'm busy 7 days a week right now.
Right.
And you are going to pull me away from something else in order to do this.
Right.
So I mean, any other place that I go, I'm making $1,000 as soon as I walk in. So now, and I say it like this: yes, I'm not doing a lot of the poetry work that I was doing, but I'm doing other work. Because think about it, Kevin Hart got bigger when he stepped away from just comedy and became a movie star, and then he became a businessman. Then he got the Nike deal. Then he got the deal with Chase Bank. That exploded him, because that introduced him to more people that he can now bring back to comedy. So that's the reason why, like, I can always bring people back to poetry, but that's the reason why I went into the schools. I went into speaking. I went into the juvenile detention centers. I'm going into all of these different places because now I can bring people back. And yes, you may not have seen me on a poetry circuit, but that don't mean that I'm not out here in other bags. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, it's 500 if you want that.
You make me think of something. And poets, if you want to do more poetry and you want to do it more well, as in being compensated for what you do, and this may be controversial, but don't have poetry play the front all the time.
For sure.
Allow it, and I'm saying, don't be so prideful that it has to be poetry first. It has to be poetry first.
Mm-hmm.
What if now? Let me take a step back.
I'm gonna say, hear me out.
I have to choose my words carefully. Let poetry play the back, because don't think of you. Think of the people that you're talking to. Think of the audiences that you're trying to serve. So if you're thinking of them, they're not super crazy over poetry like you are. They like it, they love it. Mm-hmm. So because of that, you need to cater to their perception of poetry. And they may have the perception of poetry of I only know poetry to be what I learned in high school.
Dr. Seuss, Roses are Red, Violets are Blue.
Well, that, and all we did was study and analyze dead poets' poetry.
Shakespeare.
Right? And so in their mind, it has no functionality.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to show them the functionality. However, in order to get the opportunity to show them the functionality in poetry, you have to let the function lead first. So if the function is public speaking, how about you become a great public speaker and incorporate poetry into your public speaking? How about you go into education and create curricula and incorporate poetry? How about you create a copy and write poetically? Mm-hmm. That allows you to do more poetry and in so many different ways. But if you're so hard bent on, no, it has to be poetry first, it has to be poetry first, it has to be poetry first, you're going to do it less and you're not going to get paid well for it. Because
there are very few poets doing extremely well with just poetry. It's not because their poetry isn't good. It's just because it's new right now.
Sure. And it's the perception of the people.
Yeah. The poetry is new. Like I don't know if there's a poet right now that could like sell out a stadium. I mean, there probably is that could do like Cat Williams numbers, Dave Chappelle numbers, Kevin Hart numbers. Like I don't know if there's anybody that can do just like a tour. And if there is, I'd be asking, why are you not doing it? Like for real. I would literally be asking, like what? Like I think there are. I think if the top 4 poets that I know came together, I definitely think they could do like a Kings of Poetry tour or Queens of Poetry tour.
I know it's possible, man.
I 100% know it.
I know it's possible, but I'll go back to the business behind it. It will not. It's not about them not having the talent.
Oh, they have. They're super talented.
And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. It's not the lack thereof concerning talent. However, it is Pareto's principle. It is 10% talent and 90% business.
Bro, I'm getting antsy talking about this, bro. Because we should really reach out.
So if that's true, and you're 100% amazing at the talent, that 100% is only 10% of the presentation, and you're missing 90%.
If we did like, let's say if we did K-Love, Teresa the Songbird,
amazing,
Maui, and Rebecca Dupas,
amazing.
If we took them and we said these are the Queens of Poetry, bro, you mean to tell me we couldn't sell out everywhere we went, bro?
We can't without the business.
Because
without the business, there's no marketing. I don't care how. Look, you can't get the rappers.
But we got the business. If we sent them a DM right now, it was like, yo, we need y'all to hop into a group message. We want to take y'all. We want to create a Queens of Poetry tour.
Amazing.
Will we kill it?
Oh, for sure. Because what? Because why?
Because they
implement the business.
Yeah, absolutely.
We know the talent's there.
We already know it. And I'm like we do 20 cities, major cities.
But see, that's the thing though. I think that we as poets think it's the talent that's not. It's not. We know the talent's there. The talent is absolutely amazing. That's why poetry has been alive since the beginning of time. It's in the Bible, the whole book of Psalms and poems. You see what I'm saying?
Somebody's got to push the button, dog. I think we should be the ones to push the button, bro. I think we can.
But we need each poet who is interested. Listen to this. Each poet that is interested in doing more with their poetry and creating a career with it. Because there's a separation between the ones that just do it for the love and self-expression, all is well. Respect, right? Because that gets confusing or that creates division. and arguments and controversy when we're talking about capitalism and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They just don't understand that it's okay to just do it for the love and expression, and it's okay for the poet that wants to do it for a living. So don't look down on one and don't look down on the other. But we're talking right now, for those who are not understanding, we're talking about for those poets who want to do more with their poetry and create a career with it. That's what we're focused on right now.
Right.
If each poet doesn't take responsibility of honing it on their own business, it will continue of the perception of there's no money in poetry, there's no industry. There's no industry with just 4 famous
Yeah, no,
poets.
for sure. But so think about it though. I think the introduction of, so if you look at the Kings of Comedy, the Queens of Comedy, right? That was like the not the introduction, because I think comedians have always been doing it, but like for me, for my age when I was growing up, it was like that was like my first introduction to, oh my goodness, like people can actually do like multiple city tour.
Yes.
and go and not just do like some people call it a tour, like, you know, I got 6 dates or I got 8 dates.
Right.
No, I'm talking about like I want to have like 50 dates.
Yeah.
Where, you know what I'm saying, we're going into major cities doing 2 shows in DC, 2 in Baltimore, 2 in Arizona, LA, you know, Michigan, Philly, Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, New York, Florida, you know what I mean? Like where we can go. So yeah, for sure there isn't the industry where there isn't an industry where there's like 4 people at the top. But I'm thinking like if we were to start it, we got to start it with like a bang, like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that when it's tried to replicate, or when it's trying to be done again,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then people,
we know it's possible, like Poets in Autumn.
yeah,
Ezekiel and all of them. We know it's possible. But I'll tell you one thing, they got their business in order.
they definitely got their business in order.
Because you can't have a tour and connect with these venues, and those venues are businesses, and they see that you don't have your business in order.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you name someone that's a poet that's successful, like doing numbers and doing well. Like Rudy Francisco, he got his business in order. I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Name the names. They got their business in order, because bottom line, talent isn't enough.
Yeah.
Even in basketball, raw talent isn't enough.
Even in music,
there's a lot of raw, talented basketball players.
Watch this.
At the court right now.
Even in music, talent isn't enough. You know how I know?
Yes.
Because there are a lot of underground rappers who are way better rappers than some of the mainstream rappers, but because their business may not be in order, that's the reason why they're battle rappers as opposed to mainstream rappers.
Yeah, and before they come for us, and they choose not. Now here's the thing.
You can still do really well as a battleground rapper. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and as a battle rapper.
And they choose not to compromise. A lot of them just choose to be underground.
Yeah, for sure.
And not compromise with. Now, when I say industry, because I know when a lot of people hear the word industry, there's a negative connotation of it. They hear another race,
360 deals,
right? Another race on the top owning everything.
Yeah.
When I say industry, I simply mean the business behind.
Yeah.
The business behind the art. That's all I mean by the word industry. I get it. It has a ugly underbelly. Mm-hmm. You know, when it comes, we see what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, concerning the rap industry, which is, it looks like everything's about to crumble, and at this point, you would rather be an underground.
You would rather been underground,
right?
So.
And you wouldn't be at none of them parties, which is crazy to me. But let's not go down that route. Right. But at the most practical, like if you want to do more of something, learn how to sustain that something. And that's the business, that's the foundation that holds that up and presents your worth.
Okay, so
you can't present your worth without the business.
So artists should get and understand the business. How do they study the business of artistry? Like, what does that look like? You understand the business of artistry. What helps? Like, did you listen to podcasts? Did you read books? Did you go to conferences?
All of the above. I prioritize it.
Okay.
Right? Like, and I understand a lot of artists, that is the bane of their existence, the business behind it. However, it's like social media. Changing the way you see it. When a lot of people think of social media, oh, I gotta do this, oh, I gotta do that, oh, I gotta do this. That is a form of complaining about something that is free, that is provided.
That's going to help you, that you've been asking for anyway. I need eyes on my stuff, but you're complaining about the work that you have to do to actually get eyes on your stuff.
You're complaining about a button to push that shows what you do to everybody, when you should be thinking, oh, I get to do all of this for free, and I don't have to create a budget for TV anymore, create a budget for the radio anymore, when you can create your own TV, create your own radio, create your own broadcasting. When you get to, not you have to, change your words.
You get to. So yesterday I was talking to my daughter about content and social media and stuff like that, and so yesterday she got in trouble for lying, and so I taught her a lesson through social media. And here's how I taught the lesson. I said, Sanaya, you see my video on TikTok that says don't pee in the shower? She said, yeah. I said, what do you think that video was about? Not peeing in the shower? I said, no, not even close. I said, and when you're posting on social media, there's 3 things that you should have: hook, message, call to action, or a hook, story, call to action. So the hook was don't pee in the shower. That's the thing that's going to draw everybody in. The message is about telling white lies. The call to action is telling people don't pee in the shower. And so we then started talking about boys and stuff like that. And I said, if somebody asks you to be your boyfriend, tell them you already have a boyfriend. It's your dad. She said, Dad, you're peeing in the shower. You just told me not to lie. And I was like, dang it, man. and so now we associate lying with peeing in the shower. So now it's like, instead of asking her, is she lying? I'm, hey, are you peeing in the shower right now? Are you peeing in the shower? Because I can smell it. That means I know when you lying. Yeah. That means I know when you lying. I can smell it. Smells like you're peeing in the shower. So and y'all, with content, man, content should be fun. Content should be enjoyable. It should be digestible. Man, just turn on the camera. And I was talking to my group the other day about doing like a day in the life of, and somebody was like, oh, that's too intrusive. I'm too private. Well, then you don't want to grow your business.
Yeah.
You don't want to grow your business.
And again, there's ways.
You can be private and still
plenty of ways
post content.
There's plenty of ways. Like we see content where somebody's at their desk. Right. And they could just be faking it. But they're looking like they're doing the work. My way of content, and in my perspective, is the best way, because I become the content.
Right.
Like, if you don't know how to create it, you don't have to create skits.
You don't.
Like we just said earlier, if you're doing the work, get a tripod with the phone grip and allow people to see you doing the work. If you perform, never perform without recording it.
I don't understand why you would ever do that.
That is a waste of a performance because, one, it dies that night.
And even if it's the same poem over and over again, like, because here's the thing, not everybody who follows you saw that content.
Right.
So I literally,
only 10% of your followers see what you post.
That's it. So post it again. That same one that you posted, post it again. Yeah. Maybe not the same week, maybe not, within the same month. But in another 2 months, dude, run that joint back, especially the one that did well.
Especially if it did well.
The one that did well, run that joint back. What do you mean?
So TikTok Shop and Amazon.com are your friends.
Big time.
Especially TikTok Shop, because stuff is like $4. But you should have a briefcase or backpack with your equipment. You should have a tripod You should have a tripod in your backpack
at all times.
This goes all the way up to 6 feet.
But
it's so small it goes into a backpack. You should always have a tripod because you might just get some inspiration anywhere at a park, watching your kids. Put the tripod up and talk.
Oh, let me say this too. Because of that, when you get an idea about content on the spot, record it right there.
Right there.
Record it right there.
Or write it down.
Or write it down.
But I would do it right there.
I don't care what I'm in the middle of doing. If I'm doing something, I'm like, oh, I should create this, because right then and right there is when you're at your creative peak about that thing.
Right.
If you give yourself too much time to think about it, you're gonna go, nah, I gotta do this, and nah, I should say it this way, and nah. You're gonna talk yourself out of it. But when you're at that creative peak moment, if you see something somebody else did and it went well, and you're like, oh, I should do that for this, man, set that camera up, push the record button, turn that mic on. Bro, around the day now, I just leave my mic right here.
Right.
I just leave it right here, bro. So when I turn this on, and then I know exactly where the power button is. I feel for the 2 buttons. I know it's the one at the bottom. Hold. Boom, I'm right there in the moment. I'm good. I'm ready to go. I keep this camera on the tripod at all times. So if I'm looking at something and something inspires me, I flip that screen up and I go boom, 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 boom. When I was reading, that's when I recorded the video. I know why you don't have any content to post. It came to me right there. I was like, oh, I got to record this. Boom, turn this joint on while that joint was powering up. Hit the button. I know why you're not recording. I know why. Literally right there, bro. I leave my mic on now. Stop taking your stuff off. Like in the book Atomic Habits, he said you got to make your good habits easy.
Right.
Make it easy. It's way too difficult to, let me unzip this thing. Let me take this out. Screw it here. Boom. Let me turn this on. No, I keep it
we invest
on.
In ourselves.
That's why. I keep the mic on me at all times. When I wake up in the morning, it's charged. I go right over to the joint. I pop it right on my shirt as soon as I put my shirt on.
You know what we need to create a trend. You know how there's a trend of boasting about what you bought?
Mm-hmm.
I bought this car. I bought this house. I bought these shoes. I bought this purse.
We need to boast about the stuff that we invested in our business.
Period.
Oh, say less.
How about we create the trend about boasting about what you invested in?
Just drop $700 on this camera so that I can do. Oh, when was the last time you invested in yourself? I just put $700 on this camera right here. I just put $500 on this drone right here. I just put. I'm about to do that today. I'm about to do it as soon as we done. I'm recording
the investment challenge. Show me what you invested in.
Show me how much you invested in yourself.
I don't want to hear the word spend.
Everybody talking about them cars, them houses that they bought, stuff like that. Tell me,
a liability.
Tell me how much you spent
boasting,
investing in yourself.
You're boasting about liabilities.
Ooh.
Can we boast about these assets?
Oh, I need a new laptop too, so I can't wait to say.
Bro, what if we got people excited?
Hey, yo, that's fire.
About window shopping investments.
About window shopping investments that could help them build their careers.
They would be in their neighborhoods looking at these beat up houses. Window shopping investments.
Oh, this is good, yo. Oh, this is good.
Ooh.
This is good. Yeah, I want to do that.
And it doesn't have to be $700.
It don't.
Invest in a tripod.
That $15, $20.
You said you want to perform more, so perform more. And stop crying about the word exposure.
Stop, man. I'm not gonna lie. I used to be mad at that word exposure. Like I'll do it for exposure.
That's because most people don't know how to leverage exposure.
That
talk about it. They're so
clip this part.
They're so pressed about the upfront compensation.
Yeah.
That they are neglecting the back end.
Yes.
And the back end is so beautiful.
The back end is where the big bread is. I ain't gonna lie to you. Bro, I did so much stuff for free, man. And I'll still do stuff for free because I understand that here's the thing. I'm in the process right now of creating a new speaker reel. I can't get a great speaker reel that I want to get if I'm not out speaking. And a lot of times these events are free, but you don't know I'm there for free. You just know I'm there. So now that I got the camera, now that I got the drone, bro, every time I go into a school, I go into an organization, I go anywhere, I make sure that I get a drone because it says Baltimore County Juvenile Justice Center. It says this school, this school, this school, this school. I'm in Delaware in front of the sign that says welcome to Delaware. I'm like, yo, what's up? We in Delaware.
Exactly.
What's up? We in DC. Right. Virginia is for lovers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, what if content was the compensation?
That's it. Because you can get compensated for content, for the content that you post.
No, I'm saying accept the exposure opportunity because it still is an opportunity.
Right.
Accept the exposure opportunity and allow content to be your compensation.
Because it will be. Because when you go to the event, you can record yourself at the event and then create a reel, create a highlight, and now you can use that video to sell it to get opportunities.
Because here's the thing, most people who complain about the word exposure don't have a portfolio. Why are you complaining about exposure when they're giving you an opportunity to add to your portfolio?
Facts.
You don't have a video that you can send anybody.
Through a YouTube link.
But you turn down an opportunity to create a professionally recorded performance.
Yep.
Like, stop thinking about that $25 that they're going to cash app you. Because that's what they're going to cash app you because you don't have your business in order. Right? And here are other forms of compensation as relates to exposure opportunities.
Talk about it.
You said you wrote a poetry book. You got a box of them in your basement. Why not negotiate a table to sell your book? You said you're an amazing performing poet. Go give them a sample of your work and make them want more of it so they can buy the book.
Facts. If you're that good, they'll buy the book.
Negotiate in your discovery call before you go there that they write you a recommendation letter. Negotiate that they refer you to 3 other organizations that will then pay you. Leverage the exposure.
Negotiate this too. Watch this, bro. I did this with an event and I made $700. Mm-hmm. Tell them, ask them, is it okay that you receive donations from the audience for your, this poet that came for free. We're gonna put their Cash App on the screen right here, and if this poet resonated with you or touched you in any way, you can scan this with your QR code with your phone, and they can send money directly give a love offering right there on the spot with the QR code. Bro, let me go get some exposure events, bro, because
it's not just for pastors.
It is not, because that's what they be doing. You know what I'm saying? Love offering. Hey, look, if y'all I came out here. If y'all want to give me a love offering, here's my QR code. Bro, I made $700.
Look, I do this for the love. If you don't mind, pass me a love offering. But check this out, man. Like, exposure is gold. 1, you don't know who's in that audience.
You don't.
So 2, stop performing and leaving.
Hate that.
Plan to stay there.
Yeah.
And network.
Yeah.
Never leave an opportunity without an opportunity.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. You got to come out of that joint. With something additional.
Just gave them an entree of your services. You let them taste all of what you have to offer, right? That means if you're great at it, they want more.
Mm-hmm.
And so there is someone in that audience who has a budget or knows someone who does have a budget that is looking for entertainment.
Yes.
So don't perform and dip out, and that's your. Do I have to say the whole time?
Stay and take pictures. Stay and sign autographs.
What are we doing?
Stay and network.
Because here's the thing, and this is the key word: relationships.
Yeah.
It's relationships. Go build relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Because talent isn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
Business and relationships. If you appreciate the fact that, check this out. So let's go back to I got to do business, right? It's I get to, because here's the real dopamine. You know, we get dopamine when we get likes and comments and shares and views, right?
Mm-hmm.
The real massive dosage of dopamine is when you know you created the foundation of all of this. In the business, it's the foundation. You know that you labored late at night sending these emails and building the website yourself and investing in yourself. Here's the real dopamine is when someone sees the work that you put in because of your excellent presentation, not your performance.
Mm-hmm.
The presentation prior to.
Think about it.
Precedes you.
You think about life as like a restaurant, right? When you go to these 5-star restaurants, they're not. A lot of times they don't give you a whole bunch of food. They just present the food really well.
It's your presentation.
It's the presentation. They set it up. They put the parsley on it. They put the leaf garnishments on it. They drizzle across the joint. You know what I mean? This is a regular cup of cappuccino, but they do the little thing and they put a little heart in it or a little leaf in the joint or a Christmas tree in it. And now you're like, oh, I get to. But as soon as you take one sip, guess what? The presentation is gone.
Small enhancements.
Small enhancements, man, to enhance the customer experience.
Right. That dopamine hit of an email response saying, we would love to work with you. Let's schedule a discovery call. You talking about a dopamine hit? I'm thinking about getting a bell in here every time I close a deal. You want dopamine? You send a reach out email and a company or organization responds in.
Oh, and you just get to hit that. Oh, that's crazy work. I need to get that. Because that's the thing. And even like I would even do like when I get to 5, like if I send 5 of these joints, if I make 5 phone calls, I can just bump, and then if somebody responds, I can hit this joint, bum, 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 like just hit the DJ joint, dun, 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 dun.
Right. Yeah.
That's a dopamine.
Yeah. Like it's free.
That's a great idea.
To call up an organization and share with them
Facts.
How you can add value. It's free to send an email.
Facts.
But it's all so free and lazy to just wait and hope and pray that somebody shoots you a DM.
Mm-hmm.
Which free do you want?
Somebody contacts you with an opportunity. Somebody asks you, hey, can you feature or can you come do this event? Man, you gotta go out and still hunt. Like I listen to a lot. I listen to the hot seat a lot, and a lot of people always say, a lot of my business comes from referrals and word of mouth. Bro, that means you're not out doing no work. If everything that you get right now is coming from referrals and word of mouth, that means you're not out doing work right now. You don't think you can be busier than what you are right now? That's the problem. is that you don't think you can be busier than what you are. So you're letting referrals, and you've gotten comfortable with the referrals and word of mouth, and which is absolutely great. That means people are talking about you, but you still need to be sending more out, still hunting. I get opportunities now. I'm not getting as many as I want to, but I get opportunities. People come to me, and I think people know who I am.
For sure.
But I'm still out hunting every single day.
Yeah. What if you created your own referral program? What if you created your own?
Victoria's Secret does it,
and not
Bath and Body Works does it,
right? And not just hope somebody told somebody about you. What if you created your own referral program where you charge well enough, to say, hey man, Jeff, if you refer me to to whoever you're in conversation with, I'll pay you $50 every one that I close.
Mm-hmm. Credit card companies got it. They send me emails every single day. Capital One, hey, refer a friend. We'll give you this. You can make up to $500.
People will be actively referring you. Oh, you need to go hire Backpack Jeff. You need to go hire Backpack Jeff. And when you close the deal, you cash out them $50.
That's it. Easy money.
But look, that is the business mindset that you would have. And that's the benefit of focusing on the business.
Facts.
It's because it changes the way you think.
And so one of the best ways to do that, circling back to a previous conversation that we were having in here, is getting around other people who, in the book Atomic Habits, I'm telling you, y'all got to read this book. He said, join a culture where your desired behavior is the normal. Join a culture where your desired behavior is the normal. The normal for too many people is lazy, do nothing, expect everything. That's the normal for a lot of cultures. And that's why everybody gets sucked into that culture. And your environment is going to change you before you change it. It's going to take a long time for you to infect in a positive way and spread throughout this whole environment. There's going to be so much temptation on you that it's going to change you before you change it. That's like someone from New York going to Atlanta trying to get everybody to talk like he does in New York, when in actuality he's going to get changed into talking how they do in Atlanta before he ends up changing any of them. Go join a culture where your desired behavior is the normal. That's why he has the Poetry Business Network, because your desired behavior is to get and make money from poetry. Join them because it's the normal over here. Join the Winner's Circle, where the normal is we're writing our own history, not allowing someone to write us into their story, because we understand they're not going to write the ending to our lives the way that we would want it to be written. Here's the thing, y'all. I post so much now, and I record so much now because I have to get used to saying the things that I want to say when I'm on stage getting paid big dollars in order to do it. If I've never spoke a speech and now I'm trying to remember this speech or remember these stories, how can I remember these stories if I've never spoke these stories out loud? It's the reason why now I'm doing the Mentor Mondays, because now when I do the Mentor Mondays, when I'm speaking or I'm teaching or I'm presenting, I'm going to recall a previous conversation or a previous video that I made. I can say, yo, I just made this video about mentorship. Now I know 3 reasons why you need mentorship: for accountability, opportunities, and a blueprint. So now I have a system of, when I'm talking about the importance of mentorship, I'm going to refer back to that video. See, a lot of people are not thinking about it that way. They're thinking about, oh, I just need to record. No, you're recording these videos so that you can recall these. And so when you need to pull them out of the file cabinet of your mind, I can now go back to these. And it makes speaking for me so much easier because I've already recorded this and I've already said it before.
Yeah, that was one of the questions that artist talked the other night. Because I always share, I'm fully transparent about where I was as far as confidence-wise.
Facts.
And one of the young ladies, I think it was the gardener, she said, so how did you get to a place where you could do what you're doing now and speak up there on stage? And I said, good question. And the answer to that pretty much was, I did today's challenge. And that was, I prayed for another level of confidence. But practically, I did Instagram Lives.
Yeah. He was on it every Monday through Friday, what, 8 a.m., 9 a.m.?
Friday, 8 or 9 a.m.
Can't remember.
After I was dropping my kids off from school. And it's like gradual progression, right? You get good by starting terrible. And you keep doing it and you get better. No one is there's naturally talented people, but everybody's terrible first.
You still have some of your first videos on YouTube when you first started?
Oh man.
Bro, I go back and look at them joints and cringe, bro.
Sounds terrible and looks terrible.
Looks terrible.
My beard was crazy. And I thought it looked good.
Bro, and here's the crazy thing. People were loving the video too. They were like, oh man, this is so great.
Right.
And I was on that joint, yo, this is Young Law's Motivation. We breathe life to the most dreams of our youth. The music, this time someone told them the truth. And I was like, yo, y'all thought this was good. This was garbage.
But people love what is it called? Trash to treasure.
Yeah,
storyline.
Yeah.
I was there. One of the attendees was the guy that used to be in the chat of my lives back then.
Really?
And he was like, yeah, I'm Mr. CEO. I was like, yo, what's good? Like, and it's happening more and more that I'm meeting so many people that I know online but never met.
Right.
Like, I literally just met Black Chakra.
For real?
Been like close brothers, friends online, and when because I booked him. Or not booked him. He did
the tobacco joke.
He did the tobacco control poetry contest. And when we saw each other, we were like, man, what's going on? Regularly. And we were like, yo. I said, is this the first time meeting? He was like, yo, this is crazy. It's our first time meeting. Because we've been talking like it, and he's right up the street in Baltimore.
Right.
I was like, bro, that's crazy. But that's the power of the internet. That's the power of the internet. And so you don't have to go and fly and live in California. You don't have to go fly and live in Atlanta to grow and expand and change your environment. You can literally go around the block to a Starbucks and change your environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look, we can keep. I don't even know how long we've been going, bro.
I think for like an hour or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I mean, I ain't got nowhere to be.
I love this, man. I love this. And here's the other thing, like, especially when you're talking about something that you're passionate about. Like, we can go all day about this and not even know how long we've been going. Literally can go all day. So what is it that you're passionate about? That's another reason why it makes it easier. Now you give me politics, I'm gonna be stuttering the whole time.
I got a 5-minute conversation at most.
Man, I'm gonna give you a bunch of opinion.
All opinion.
No facts, because I'm not studying it, and I'm not living it, and I'm not experiencing it.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, I don't get into conversations about being mad or happy about the election, because I'm not allowing it to steal my joy, steal my energy.
Man, listen.
I'm not doing that. All right, cool. It is what it is. How can I still win? No matter who wins.
The game is the same.
Up right now.
The game is the same. The rules just change a little bit. That's it. The game is still the same. It's still life.
Look, no matter who won the election, go ahead. No matter who won the election, still don't use the words "I can't."
Right.
Still use the words "How can I?"
Right.
How can I still win under Trump? Because
you still can. Like, even if Kamala Harris won, it doesn't matter. It didn't matter.
People are speaking like
the game is going to change.
End
of the world.
And both of them had some stuff that I didn't agree on. You know what I'm saying? So, but like your day to day, don't let it affect your day to day.
Yeah.
Like, still get the work done, because it is what it is. That's my motto in life,
when Trump first got elected in 2016, I wrote that poem. It's called "I Refuse," and it just basically just said, man, you know, I refuse to be dejected because this man was elected. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still gonna do what I'm supposed to do. Like, it's just a game. The rules, just learn the rules. I can still win. I'm still gonna be successful. I'm still gonna be a millionaire. I'm still gonna hit my goals.
Became wealthy because he became president.
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
Yeah.
Because you complained the entire 4 years.
Complaining the whole entire 4 years. Them 4 years is coming whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. And here's the thing. Like, it was funny to me because, like, you know, I mean, bro, let's be honest. If you're a millionaire, you make $10 million a year, you don't give a damn who the president's going to be. At some level, you care because you want to keep more money in your pocket.
Right.
But at the same time, you're still going to be rich.
But even still, the mindset is different. The mindset is different. All right, cool. Trump is president. Kamala's president. How can I still win with their practices or their policies? Yeah. How can I still win? How can I still win? Because when you ask that question, your brain starts to search.
Mm-hmm.
How can we win? But when you say it's over, I can't, it's a wrap, your brain shuts down.
Because you know what they tell us? They told us curiosity killed the cat.
Oh my God!
They told us curiosity killed the cat. So don't be curious. It's bad to be curious.
There's so much stuff and so many sayings and cliches that are so dead wrong.
Respect isn't given; it's earned.
Like, not just
stupid
phrases, but words. Like the word ambition. It has a negative connotation. Like, if you're ambitious, you're sinful, you're prideful, you're arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many words. Even the word pride before the fall. Like, why can't I be proud of the work that I do? Like, there's
who are we listening to? Who are we getting this information from?
Why do we choose to focus on the negative side of a word? Well,
because that's how we see life. I mean, honestly, that's the lens in which we're looking, and that's how we're choosing to see life. We're choosing to see life through a negative lens, and it's forcing us to view almost everything that way. Like, it's not like I see life, certain things in a positive lens through this lens, and then in this lens I see life through a negative way. Right. It's whatever your viewpoint is of life. That's your viewpoint on everything. The Illuminati is real. The professional sports is rigged. You know, the election is rigged. You know what I mean? I can't be successful because of the system. Yeah. I can't. You view everything in life through that same lens, through them same glasses. Yeah. You don't put your glasses on and view life, oh, this is positive, and then that's negative. It's negative in everything that you do. You're always looking for the negative in everything. And if you're always looking for the negative in everything, you're going to find it.
And
you're going to find it.
People who are insecure will call someone who has a lot of confidence arrogant,
narcissist.
And
he or she's a narcissist.
And they have no clue what it took and the prayers that were prayed to increase the confidence.
Man, if you knew the things that I said about myself before I got this confidence, you would praise me for talking so good about myself. If you knew the struggles that I went through, if you knew the mental depression that I went through for years, if you knew the bullying, the name calling, the joning that I had to endure before I became this person who big ups myself every single day, you would say, hey, I need you to say that more. Hey, I'm happy for you. Hey, I'm proud of you. Hey, you need to keep telling yourself that. If you knew that I didn't start loving myself until 25 years old and I've only been loving myself for the last 10 years, you would say, hey, Backpack Jeff, I need you to keep saying that about yourself. I need you to keep going because we believe that and I see that. I love that you love yourself. I love that you like how you dress. I love that you compliment yourself. I love that you talk good about yourself. I love that you make sure you pay attention to how you dress and you want to make sure that you're, representing yourself. Well, I love that because I didn't do it for 25 years. But people only see the last 10 years or the last year or so, and they go, oh, he's a narcissist. He cares about himself. He cares way too much about his image. There was a time where I couldn't even line them up because I couldn't afford it.
Right.
There was a time where I couldn't wear the shoes that I want because I can only afford one pair of shoes.
Right.
They made fun of me for having braces at an older age. When I grew up, we couldn't afford braces. Now you laughing at me because I got them? Because I can afford to fix my teeth? You laughing at me?
Yeah.
If you knew.
That comes from insecurity. That comes from people who don't have the confidence to do what you're doing. Like, you know how many people laughed at the thought of a poetry business? Oh man. Oh man. I've heard it all. I've heard it all. But the same people who laugh or have been laughing are at a job that don't like.
Yeah.
And I'm full-time as a poetry business owner who's about to travel to Belgium to teach other artists to create a career with their art. And now that statement is arrogant.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
he think he doing something just because he can fly out to little Belgium. Yeah.
Now, here's the thing.
Belgium ain't Dubai.
Right.
Exactly.
This is what we've learned, though. This is what we've learned. And you talked about the different environments that are that need to become normal.
Yeah.
Right. These conversations, like about being proud of our accomplishments, are only normal in rooms where
other people are accomplishing things.
Other people are accomplishing things and they're proud of their accomplishments.
For sure.
These conversations amongst people who aren't doing much.
You can't be too proud.
It's like you have to dumb down and not talk about
about doing well.
Some rooms, some chats, I don't even share what I'm doing.
Facts. Because
I know it would hurt feelings.
It would intimidate people.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, you doing something again? It was just last week. You just did.
Yeah, it's intimidating to a lot of people, bro.
So in those rooms, I don't share.
Your success is intimidating.
I choose what I share because for me, I'm going to accomplish something every week.
Every single week.
Or every day.
Huge, too.
Intentionally.
It's going to be huge.
But why wouldn't I?
It's going to be huge. Man, listen, your success, your self-love, it's all intimidating to the wrong people. It's intimidating to the wrong people. It is, man. Like people don't like to see it. They don't want to see it. They want to see you where they are because misery loves company. And if you outgrow me, then I got to start talking about you to bring you down, to see if I can bring you down a couple of notches because you can't outgrow me. I can't let you outgrow me and outdo me because if you do, then that's gonna make me look bad. And most people just don't want to look bad, so they can't be around other. That's like if I got like an old 1995 Honda Civic that's beat up and the paint is scratching. I don't want you to park next to me in your Cybertruck. You know what I mean? Because then it's going to make my car look that much worse. It's going to make my car look that much worse. I want you to pull up in your beat up car and park next to mine, and then so we can be two beat up cars together.
Misery loves
company. You can't pull up in something better than what I got. Come on, man. I need you to be just as bad as I am. That's when we get into those competitions. Bro, I had a bad day. Man, you had a bad day. Let me tell you how worse my day was.
Hey, matter of fact, speaking to that point, you know, we both bald, right? And so I when I was going bald, like, you know, and just was in denial, you know, my friends would laugh, you know, my corners were showing, and you know, and this was like during college and stuff like that, right? And I said, okay, I keep on laughing, keep on laughing, keep on laughing. And then years came by, and they start going bald. Misery loves company. I said, I tried to tell you, better stop laughing at me, bro.
Yeah. Hey, better stop laughing, boy, because it's coming.
Oh, man, that's funny.
It's coming for you quicker than you think.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, man, phones is dying and everything.
Yeah,
man.
I'm sure.